Hello and welcome to Big Scott 35 Saturday Chat. I am a sports card collector, and that's it. I just collect sports cards. Good night. No, that's just wanted to start off with that. I am taking away every label, and you can give me a label if you like. But I am just a sports memorabilia. Not only sports cards in general, enthusiast. So there you have it. Been collecting since 74. Never really stopped. In the 90s, I talk about how to buy on a budget now. And then when I was in my 20s in the 90s, I was definitely on a budget. But, it was almost like it is now because my money went a lot further. Even then, at 80s and 90s, I could be bagging groceries, living with my friends, and my dollar went a lot further. So it's almost like the same percentage, and I'm making a lot more money. But this week I didn't do a Wednesday show. These I got in. I broke a few. I found some WNBA Prism. I found also found a blaster of Monopoly, WNBA Monopoly. So I broke that and some Looney Tunes. So I have opened up some blasters this week. Had some fun with that. I got a package coming from the Mike Go LLC. So I don't know how many cards is in there. I don't think there's a lot. I'll be getting my Mets team set. No, maybe one Pete Alonso. And maybe some other cards in there. I know it's some. He opened up a box of Topps Chrome football. And it's quite a bit of Cowboys from over the years, which I really liked. We were talking about that today in our group chat about how football's kind of crazy right now. I knew this almost 10 years ago now. It's probably been 8 years ago. I sold my football cards. I was like, I'm done. I kept my Cowboys, Virginia, some rookies, key rookie cards that I had in my collection that I opened. I just hung on to them, and I don't understand how. Well, I understand the football and basketballs with the newer people, with having the way they collect is not all newer people, but a lot of people got interested in this hobby by using cards the same way you do as buying stock. We were talking about how some quarterbacks and how some players are expensive, but I mean, you can go not that far back and get legit rookies cheaper than you can today players. Makes no sense to me, but I am not going to tell those people that they're doing it wrong because they're having fun doing it. They're spending a lot of money doing it. I don't know where these people are getting their money from to start with, but they got it, and they're selling, flipping, whatever term you want to use, which I'll get into in a minute. But I'll stay with my 70s and 80s Cowboys, 90s. Even up to today, this team that was tough for me to collect for. I was. I still like the offensive linemen. I'll pick up some rookies if they're key rookie cards, but that's about it. Waiting on the baseball season to start. Just can't wait. My man Soto hit a home run in the first at bat, but we're having a lot of little injuries, little setbacks on our team. Acuna's little brother got hurt today, from what I understand it. So but just wait for the season to start. Can't wait. Um, I listed on Sport Lots, been listed on eBay, got more to list today. And I don't know, my strat on eBay, I hope I have, I don't know, 50, 75 cards over here. And I think I don't want to put them all on there at once. So what I'm doing is like I waited till like 5 o'clock Friday evening, put 5 on. I think I'm going to put 5 on today after I get done with this tonight. And then Sunday do it again, and then next weekend and it'll be 15, every weekend. And I'm, unless it's a bigger card, I'm putting them on auction to get rid of them. I mean, I put one card on auction yesterday, and as soon as I started I got a best offer for $2 more than I started the auction. I was like, no, I think I'll wait for the auction. And now that card I started at $10 and now it's already up in the mid 40s. And it's not, it was on day one. And I know a lot of people put a bid down so they get alerted at the end of it early on. So they'll probably be sitting dormant until this Friday come up. So excited about that. Just want to get stuff out of my apartment. I cleaned out a lot of stuff in my desk area here for storage and shipping. I just don't use it. And I'm the type of guy, if it doesn't get used and I don't see a use for it, I get rid of it. I just don't keep it. I don't have the space. I've talked about this 1,000 times. So, I'm always looking for space in better ways. Just, I did do pretty well this month on cards just because I sold one order for 115 cards. Wasn't a large monetary amount, but I'm trying to get cards out. So I look to get 100 cards out at least a month. So I got 170 out this month. I was hoping to do 200 since I got that one sale. So not huge, but then again, I haven't been putting cards on there. The thing with Sport Lots is the more cards you put on there, the more traction you get. People will want to buy from you, so they'll see more things with your name on it. Then they'll, and I've got a good name of sending good stuff out. I don't send crap out. I don't put crap on there to sell. I try to sell it at the lowest price anyway. I'm that guy. I will undercut just to get the stuff out. I'm not selling everything. Just, man, I got boxes and boxes of cards, and they're not doing nothing but collecting dust. And it's been fun for me to go through, even though I'm selling them, to list them. And then when I go back through them to package them, I see all the cards. It makes me feel good to look at them and to see all of that. So, I have fun doing that. And that's one of the fun things in a hobby is that. And I did not start selling till about 5 or 6 years ago. And I don't have a lot of big cards to sell. I really don't, because a lot of them stay in my collection. The Ohtani rookies, Judge rookies, the older cards. I tend to hang on to them. I'm not going to sell my dad's collection. I am not going to sell the cards, the vintage cards I go out and buy because they're going into my collection. I'm not worried. I buy things that are appealing to me, and so I don't really look at it down the road and go, I want to get rid of it. Now I have an exhibit that I got from Mike just because I couldn't afford a higher end one. I got one now, but one day, maybe down the road, if I can save up the money, I'll get a better one and I'll sell that one. And that's fine. Upgrading, there's nothing wrong with selling, flipping, dealing, none of that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all part of the hobby. It's It's all on how you want to do the hobby. And that's kind of where I want to be at today is like, because this week, man, after last week, I really thought about just stepping back for a little while. I think there is this underlying current of rivalries and verses and all this stuff. I'm just over it. I'm tired. Um, and I will still talk about it because I think it's dumb to talk about. So I'm going to feed the beast and talk about it. So I thought about stepping back, and one of my friends was like, "No, your voice, is good for the hobby." Even though I don't have a huge uh, following or a huge presence footprint, it does seem like I get to some people, my peers and things like that. It's nice. The group, my chat is awesome. I really love my Sunday nights is very therapeutic. This past week has not been good for me work wise, um, stuff like just feeling underappreciated at work. So I don't care. I don't have jealousy when it comes to this bullshit. This is my escape. This online is part of my escape. So, um, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And, just trying to have fun. I thought about not going to Philly next week very seriously because I should be adulting and not spending money. Um, so I don't know how much money I know how much I'm going to take, but how much am I going to spend? I'm going to take enough in case I see that Campanella that I've been looking after, or something else that catches my eye that I feel like let me go ahead and pull the trigger for, because every dollar I spend is dollar I'm taking away from my national trip. And yes, am I buying cards? Sure. But I just like to have stuff. I love the national. I love the memories I've had, my growth at the national. And what do I mean by that is like, first few times I went, I didn't know anybody by myself. Shoot, first time I went, I wasn't. First couple times, I don't even think I was doing videos. We always had our family vacation during that week, so I never got to go until I moved out to Iowa. Um, that excuse got taken. I went 1 year. We had 1 year. I went my first year. Then that next year, I was like, I'm going to that show. Saw some videos, and that was before it got even a sniff of the size that it is now. It was very containable in the regular room at the at in Chicago, and very containable at Cleveland. So I think at Cleveland was only one half of the building when I went the last time to Cleveland. I don't think it was both sides open, if I remember correctly. I think it was just the one side. Um, Maybe they just had the signers. I'm trying to remember. Um, it all runs together. But yeah. Uh, so every dollar I spend, even rooms and stuff like that, it costs money to do that, eat, gas, all that stuff. But I'm gonna go at this moment, unless adulting uh, gets to me too much. Uh, but it feels like I'm going. Uh, and to more what I was saying before, I know I'm all over the place. I'm a little scatterbrained tonight. So I just want some clarity, some definitions for tomorrow night before I leave tonight. And the first thing is I want definitions for these terms. Let's see if I can remember. Flipping, dealer, collecting, hoarder, and selling, just selling cards to get something else. I don't know what other way to phrase that, because there seems to be, I'm going to give a little back. It seems to be an okayness to sell. If your intent is to sell cards to get other cards in your collection, it seems that's okay. But if you buy cards to sell cards, to buy more cards and make a little bit of cash on the side, which the same people do that too, then that depends. If it's modern cards, it's flipping. If it's vintage cards, it's okay. Just questions. Just how everybody's thinking about that. Just putting that out there in the atmosphere to feed the beast. So I'm going to continue on. Hopefully, I feel better about things, about my real life. And that's why I say when this stuff happens, it makes me laugh. I like to talk about it with friends. I talk to people outside at work and they laugh because, real world issues, family issues, you got all these real issues, and people want to fight over if modern is dumb or vintage. Again, I never heard anybody talk about vintage being dumb, but and who's watching what videos. Oh my goodness. But anyway, until tomorrow night, Sunday night, like, share, tell a friend, subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to my subscribers. I will have cards Wednesday to show. I'm gonna probably tonight put all these on sport lots and put 4 or 5 cards on eBay, because I'm a flipping son of a bitch, as Miko calls me. So until next time, see ya.